Well, this is the best I've got right now. I can't even change the angle of my camera. It's so wide. It's really wide. Well, now you can see the true chaos that is my desk. I ended up having to get a new cable to make it all work. Well, there's just a dang good camera now. Word. There. Alright, let's do this. Let me quickly post this to my Instagram real fast. See, look at that. Listen to that computer just refusing to stay alive. This was so much more work than it was needed. Okay. I don't even have music ready yet. Oh my god. just for good measure, I'll just put this somewhere. All right, I'm so tired, guys. Didn't even get to water my plants this weekend. All right. So I have to put on my gloves in order to do line art because my hands get really sweaty when I draw on this paper, and if it's oily, it's no good. Okay. This brush was clearly not used enough. This was for painting. Oh, let me get the music on too. Oh my god. This is such a fail, everybody. I'm just so tired now. Okay, cool. Now there's BGM. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't get over. Today was so exhausting. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. Hello. Yeah, the music in Final Fantasy VII is so good. I'm so happy to be playing it right now. And also, I am so sorry that this camera is so wide angle right now. I want to just be able to have this really close to the camera, but it's just Today is not that kind of day. I'm way too tired to figure out anything else. I had to actually switch my computer to my work computer to make it function. I'm just way too tired now. I actually am so ready to just go take a nap because that was just way too exhausting than necessary. So if you weren't here earlier, well, that would be, there was probably like maybe 3 people here earlier where I was trying to figure out why my computer was constantly buffering. Currently it is 3:13 p.m. Where are you from? But yeah, so like I was just trying to figure out computer problems for like the past little while. And then this morning I also ran errands. Like I had to go and wait for the courier to come and pick up the box with everyone's packages that we're supposed to send. I was gonna send it out tomorrow, but I realized I have to work tomorrow anyway at my day job, so I figure it might be more convenient if I do it today. Lo and behold, everything was breaking today. Whoa! Italy is 9 p.m. Wow. Choosing colors for a painting now. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I personally find I always get more work done in the evening than I do during the daytime. So many distractions in the daytime. Don't mind me. I'm just wearing gloves because I don't want to get my page all oily because it's happened. And it was really hard to paint over the oily spots. So this is my preventative measure. What are you painting? I also wanted to start up my Instagram live stream, but I kind of need my tablet at the moment, so I won't be able to do that just yet. No, it's so bright. I need the evening. A scenery from a game called Sky Children of Light using screenshot. Oh, very nice. I'm like not even drawing using the light underneath anymore because the outdoor sunlight is just way too bright. So I'm just trying to finish up the line work on this and then I can finally get started on painting. Do I have to resort to this now? Like, I have to like do this. Just way too dark or bright. I wanted to have my stream do dual with Twitch as well. Then that way I can have both audiences kind of together at the same time. But my computer literally just wouldn't have it today, and then the cord also died too. So I'm just like, okay, well, today is not that kind of day. Watercolor in tubes, like straight from the tube, because like that's where my paint comes from, a tube. But then I put it onto I put them all into this palette so that I just have them all out all the time. This is what it looks like. Thank you. This is actually just a new thing for me right now. I recently discovered that, like, I bought these pencil crayons for kind of some time now, but they've just kind of been sitting in the back burner because I really didn't know what to do with them at the time. But I found out that they're actually waterproof. So I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I could just try this out with my watercolors, because then they won't just disappear, right? And then I could have colored lines. So this is just a new thing that I'm gonna give a whirl and see. Because I've done like pencil lines, right? And it's fine, I like it, but I just wanted to try something new. I'm so itchy to go play right now, but also like I want to draw. The conflict, the inner conflict. It's okay. Delayed gratification. If I work hard now, then I can play hard later. Power through this. Sometimes I need to really check and see what my lines are and what's happening. What is that for? Oh, I get it. Mhm. Okay, I better remember that exists. This came off. Why? Why did you do that? Now the lines are all misaligned. Why did you do that? Okay, stay put. Should be. I can't wait to start painting this already. These lines actually do make me also very happy. But I have like a test version that I have on the side here. My desk is so messy. So I'm gonna do a test version first before I do this, because I also want to scan this to make sure like, it's just nice to have the steps in between. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably mostly be doing the test today. I'll start painting it after, but I also have to stretch the paper after I'm done the liner. Oh, God, so hard to see. So I'm hoping that when I finish this liner, I can show you guys how I stretch the paper. And this is how I keep my paper flat. Let me know if the audio is okay. I have some music playing in the background, but hopefully not too loud. It helps to calm my nerves a little bit. I feel like I've been through the ringer all day today. So my nerves are a little all over the place at the moment. So this one is literally nothing. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What? Okay, my brain can't figure this part out. Oh. Alright, so this leaf is apparently like this. Nope, apparently like this. Alright. Cast brain. Why did you do that? I wish that the webcam could just zoom in a little bit more. This is so annoying. It's so sad. I was supposed to have this done earlier when it was less bright, but that wasn't happening. Put some basket texture in there. Almost done. Woohoo! Just need to do this top section, right? It's just a flower here. And something there. Oh. Ooh. I swear it's like getting brighter and brighter. Oh god. This is fine if I was painting. I'm not trying to see through the paper. That helps very little. Barely. Nope. There's almost no real rhyme or reason as to why I choose the colors I choose and where I choose to place them. I just think like the stems generally are a little bit more bluer, so they don't get any or as much yellow or pink. Okay, so there's the line art. I think that's pretty much it. I was actually also following my sketch to the side here. Like I have it sitting on my iPad as well, just so I can kind of see what the original sketch is supposed to look like. Oh, I also have to fix her hair. And then where like the sun I'm imagining will hit, I put a little hit of yellow. And then come back in with a bit of pencil just to define the edges a little bit more. Especially if I want it to be more crispy looking. And then in the shaded areas. All right, I think I'm pretty good with this. Okay, cool. Now I can finally take some action. So this is how I print it out too, onto like this big piece of paper, or actually 2 pieces of regular paper, and then I just lay it over top. Actually, I forgot I need to add something. And that is actually, hold on, let me do this with yellow. There's a flower behind her that I almost forgot about. Oh no, okay, that was a good call. Put this glove back on. Ah, I'm so close. So close yet so far. And these ones too, oh my goodness. So close. So close to missing these. Surprisingly, it took me so long to figure out how to draw these lilies. And then now I'm just like, I feel like I'm tracing over these almost too fast. Because I'm so used to drawing them so slowly. Okay, and other flowers that I've missed? Oh, right. I forgot. Oh, this part. Strings. How good? Okay. I think I do want to add a little bit more detail here. That's all. I just want to darken up these crevices just to give it more I don't know, crispy edges. Draw the eye a little bit more. Or two in the basket. Cool. A little bit more on the hair too. I finally got to the chapter last night where you encounter Aerith, but I stopped after I encountered her. I'm like, oh, okay. This is where a good place to stop for the night. All right, cool. I think. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna quickly not so quickly. Who knows? Scan these. Oh my goodness. Look at the mess that was underneath. Actually, before we get into this, I actually am really eager to try testing out painting this. So, what am I doing there? All right. Let's do this. How do I set up this camera better? This is so stupid. Is there a better way to set this up? Let me see here. Oh, no, whoops, sorry. That's clearly not it. Nope. Okay, I don't know. I want to zoom this camera in. So this is kind of like a quick mock-up that I did in Photoshop. Just to kind of get an idea of like which colors will go where. So I'll put that to the side. And then I have my references everywhere. These are all like color tests that I've been doing. Just kind of all this prep work to get prepared. By the way, to you international folk, this is a $2 coin. I don't know why I have it on my desk. All right. Sometimes I have my palette sitting on my computer. Oops. It's just unused space, right? It's fine. And then I also have a little scrap piece of paper for also more testing. Hang on, where's my phone gone? Okay. So let's see here. Maybe I should tackle. I'm quickly sketching where her hair is supposed to go. Good enough. Sometimes it's good to test this out beforehand. Let's see how this all looks. It's very, very bright right now. So yeah, this is just like a random watercolor paper I just have lying around. I think it's a Canson XL watercolor paper. It's on the thicker side, but I mostly just use it for painting random tests like this, just so I can get some practice in with the colors before I actually start the final painting. Not sure if I really want to go with this like really warm brown, or if I want to do like a cooler tone. Let me try a smaller brush. Hello to everyone on Instagram. Hope you're all staying home, staying safe. I just opened up my Instagram live. Yeah, for folks who use Instagram. Today's ringlets are going to be hard. I'm not sure how. Oh, that might be too dark. So just so you know, to my Instagram folks, I have this stream open on my YouTube as well. Instagram tends to kick you out after an hour, so if you want to continue watching this after the hour is over, you can just hop on over to my Instagram. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Wow, my brain. I tried to dual stream to Twitch and YouTube earlier, but I think my computer is just, or either my internet or my computer is just not having it today. I actually super failed. I had to actually switch to my other computer just to get anything to work. But yeah, the link is in my Insta stories if you want to check it out. Hey. Not sure this is the way I wanted to go just yet. Oh yes, and her pink bow. I think I'm gonna have to put this on something. Like this. It's getting hard to see. So this is just me testing out colors, so I'm not 100% committed to any of these colors just yet. I'm just kind of trying to get a feel for what colors will work when I do the final painting. Something a little bit warm like this. Maybe. And then it's a bit too much. I think I'm going to have her backlit too, so then that way it's okay to have this in a darkened foreground. Something like this. This is totally not fully what I envisioned just yet, but anyway, giving all the colors a try right now. I'll add in some purples. And blues. And then I'm thinking the stems. Cozy? What am I drawing? I'm just testing out colors for a painting of Aerith. So this was the original sketch. And then this is the actual line art that I will be actually doing the final painting on. But right now, I'm just testing out the colors to see what I like and what I don't like before I progress to the final piece. I want some more green. I'm hesitant. I find I perform very poorly with warm greens. Because I think my general palettes are quite cool. So when I put that warm green in, it just looks very garish. A little bit. It's weird because I have like colors mocked up digitally with Procreate before, but then I'm kind of totally not following it. I mean, it's mostly there to like kind of block in the colors where I want them to be, but I think I have like a different instinct when it comes to traditional color. I think I do want to keep some warm greens, but I think it'll generally be cooled down. Like this. Right now the colors are bleeding into each other, and that's fine. It's just a test. And sometimes you can get some happy accidents with the bleeding together. So if there's something that I like when I finish it, maybe I'll carry it over to the actual painting. And then her dress is white. Also, normally I would actually use the palettes that I have. But for testing, I'm just straight up grabbing straight from and just testing it on this random piece of paper. Straight from the well. You can already see the paper is already starting to weeble wobble. Too much water. There's some interesting effects here too that I'm encountering that I'm starting to like. So I hope I can carry some of this over to the final. Interesting. Maybe not. Like that. I'll just blur it out with some purple. There we go. So Aerith's hair is quite brown. So I'm kind of making like a peachy color and then like shading with this purple. And hopefully if you squint your eyes enough, it looks brown. I don't like using straight up brown. I like to just navigate around the browns if I can. And then the background color is like a really, that's too dark. It's way lighter. Excuse me. I didn't really eat much today, actually. I just had like a small rice bowl of cereal. That's alright. I think this is cool. Kind of the color I'm kind of wanting to go for. So I have to remember, I'll just mix these three and then dilute it a heck amount. Let me know if the volume is okay. I think I'm also speaking very quietly because I'm very tired at the moment. Normally I'd have a little bit more vigor, but not today. And then outside, this super pink. I think this is okay. Yeah. So this is what the outside frame will be. A little red, a little pink. Okay, make a note for that. And this one is orange, yellow, pink. Just making notes for myself. This is peach. And purple over there. And then here there's also some peach, blue, purple, pink. This is all good notes for practicing. I mean, also trying to remember what I created so I don't have to navigate it later. I think one of our eyes is also green too, right? Probably that one. Right. Okay. I'm gonna go and scan my line art so then I could draw it. Right. Hello to all my Instagram live stream viewers. Just so you know, this live also kicks me out after an hour, so you can check it out on YouTube as well. Just go to my stories and you'll find the swipe up link. Just pull this out of the scanner. So if you want a preview of what the drawing is supposed to look like, this is what the drawing was. This is the original pencil sketch. You can see it's smudged everywhere. But then we're gonna try to achieve something from here to here to the final. But we'll get there. Okay, getting that out of here. Just give me a second. Brief intermission while I scan for posterity. I can also show you guys how to stretch paper as well. So that's an important step for every watercolor painting. Otherwise, you'll have like a crinkly page. I imagine if I had fully painted on this watercolor paper, it would have been so wrinkly by the end because it'd just be like random patches of water, um, just causing the paper to stretch in places unevenly. So in that way, the paper crinkles. But yeah, let me see how I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna need a bucket of water. Be right back. So, I had previously tried this in a baking tray, but turns out that baking tray was a bit too greasy and it had so much oil, like random bits of it. I did clean it, but it was not clean enough apparently. So when I went to pull it out, there was like just the paper just had like a really weird, bizarre texture to it, and it was actually really hard to paint on. Um, so yeah, I've learned my lesson. Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna have to rescan this card. Man, I totally failed scanning this just now. When you scan this, you have to like really hold the paper down. And because it's so huge, I have to scan it in parts. Alright. Okay. Sorry, we're back. Okay, so let's give this a try today. So, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna stick this straight into the water. And it'll just start to expand already. This bucket is just barely big enough for this. I think I have to go more time. It's already getting really, really soft. And it's kind of what you want. You want it to really expand. Underrated. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm using a clean Tupperware this time. So you can see. Weird, right? For some reason, when I posted this on TikTok, people were so confused. They've never seen paper getting stretched before. And if this is something I thought like everyone learned in like high school or even like younger than that. Like if you're to do watercolor painting, you're supposed to stretch your paper. It's just the thing to do. So I wonder if my paper is sufficiently soft. Feels like it could go a little longer. Thank you so much, guys. I sometimes wonder where I stand, but thank you very much. And you'll see, like, see how the water doesn't even affect the lines. So the pencil crayons work. Anyway, so I think this is sufficient for this part of the demonstration. Let me just grab the board that I intend to put it on. All right. So here is the plywood. You've never seen that. I wonder if it works on black. What? There's such thing as black watercolor paper? That is news to me. I have never seen black watercolor paper. Okay, so here's the board. And here is my painting. So it barely just fits on this board, but it's just enough. This is fine. I'm going to actually add some extra water to this. I have this gigantic fat brush. It's literally like 6 brushes glued into one. And I'm just gonna add more water to this and just let it sit and absorb just to further expand the particles in the paper. Just basically soaking it. I might as well just dump water on this, but at the same time, I don't want it to spill on myself. I was kind of first confused. Yeah, it is interesting, right? Like, that's like water is such a strong force against paper, but it can be used to its advantage for sure. Yeah, I didn't even think to stretch my paper early on, and I'm sure that there are some artists that still don't stretch their paper, and I'm not sure really how they keep their paper flat. I mean, I like my friend, for example. I don't think she actually stretches her paper, but she somehow keeps her paper relatively flat, and I feel like it's because she doesn't use as much water. Oh yeah, it's totally dripping off the side of the table right now. But because the way I paint generally is, I'm going to be using like all kinds of techniques, like wet on wet, dry on wet. I'll be using different like amounts of water. So it's definitely to my advantage to stretch the paper out beforehand. Okay, totally dripping everywhere right now. It's all just playing. Right now, I just feel like I'm a child at play right now. Yep, it's wet all over the floor now. What type of watercolor paper do I use? Currently, this is Canson Moulin du Rouge, du Roy. Hang on. Yeah, I think it's the Moulin du Roy line of Canson watercolor paper. This is quite nice. I use this for all of my 3 Fire Emblem house leaders paintings, and I really liked it for that. I normally use arches a lot just because that's what I have readily available. Whereas, let's see, yeah, arches, hot press. I don't like cold press that much, only because it's pretty rough on my materials. So I end up having to use a lot more material than I do normally. And then I don't, it's not that I cannot render with it, like get more subtle gradients and stuff. It just takes more time at mediums. Yeah. Yeah. I've tried hot press, I've tried cold press. I still like hot press more, but I don't know. I think it really depends on the technique involved and like what kind of appearance I want to achieve. There are some great effects that you can achieve with cold press though. I know a lot of people use cold press. Okay. So, how long have we been soaking here for, guys? Just brush a little bit more. I think that this paper is quite stretched. Let's see. Usually you can kind of tell based on how wet the paper is. Oh, actually, underneath is not that wet. I feel like if I really truly want this paper to remain straight, I need to like wet everything. You have one of my favorite art styles ever. Aw, thank you very much. So I have a question for everyone, and I think it's also because for me, I don't exactly know what people see is my style, right? I just know that I tend to experiment a lot, and I guess my drawing style is the way it is. I'm still like personally trying to grow and like learn and draw better and improve all the time. So my question is, what do you guys perceive is my style? Put more water. Just put water everywhere. All right. I guess it's quite expanded now. So next up. Next step. Feel this water. All right. So next step for me is tape. So this tape will not hold it down, just so you know. It's mostly so that I can get like a nice frame on the edges. maybe a 1/2 inch on the edges. This gives me like a clean line at the end. Yeah, this tape totally doesn't hold it down, see? The salt is very soft and delicate. And all of your pieces feel very airy and happy. Aw, and it's kind of hard to describe, but it is very refreshing. Aw, thank you. That's really nice to hear. That is kind of what I kind of aim for, actually. So that's really nice. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for indulging my question. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to imagine that other, like, you try to think that other people will perceive the same things as you do, but you never know. Sometimes there's that a little bit of self-doubt that maybe you come off a little differently than you think. Right. I would agree, it is very dreamlike to me. Aww. Wow. Thank you guys. Aww. I would agree, it is very dreamlike to me. I would say this round and mowing yet graceful and so dreamy that your art have. Whoa, so light and dynamic. Wow. Yes, I'm so happy that you guys like the random colors. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I have this itch, this itch that I must satisfy where I have to use different colors. Like I feel like I'm selling myself short if I don't for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. Thank you. The colors are fun, that's for sure. The thing is though, I feel like I want to do even more and experiment with more crazier colors if I can. Oh yeah, this is about to get loud, guys. And I want to push it even further, which is why, like, you've seen my like latest pieces, they're like this, right? Where I have all these kind of colors that you wouldn't think you would put there, but I feel like it's like adding seasoning. Like I want to add a little bit of more spice to it. Anyway, so it's about to get loud. This is what I've been doing. So I tape it down, and then to kind of protect the paper, I put the tape for that reason, and also to give myself a border. So then I would, I'm so sorry. There's a warning. It's about to get loud. Oh, it's not too loud, but it is pretty loud. Yeah, so I just staple gun around the whole thing. I wish I had this pre-prepped beforehand, but as some of you may know, I was really struggling with setting up my stream earlier, so this is how it is now. I'm so sorry for your ears. So I'm just gonna go around. Suddenly it's a hardware store. But this is the best way to keep it straight so far that I've found. I should muffle the sound somehow. I don't know. Do it. Oh, thank you very much. They honestly look so coherent, yet so colorful, and I love that. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you. I've been really looking at Kren's Kush art a lot. And then I think Kren's, he was an artist that worked on Guild Wars. Or was it Guild Wars? No. Sorry. Thomas Scholes is the one that used to work on Guild Wars. And I really liked the style that they had. And then, or Skulls, that's how you pronounce it. And then Krenz, around the same area of expertise, I suppose, has like some really great like anime slash concept arty kind of style paintings, very fantasy. And that's where I referenced this red one from, actually. I referenced his painting just to kind of understand it. But the thing is, these artists are all digital artists, so it's all like things that are easily achieved with digital. But I'm watercolor here, so that's why it's a whole different I don't know, challenge, so to speak. So that's why I've just been practicing a lot. So I'm really glad that you are all very receptive to this new but not super new style that I'm trying. If you really wanted to give yourself a challenge, you could try to make a piece without using any blue or cool tones. Ooh, interesting. Okay, one of these days maybe. I'll have to look at my friend Draa. She has some great pieces where I don't think she actually uses any blue. So I could probably look at her work for reference for that. Hello from Brazil. Well, hello from Canada. Thank you for joining my stream. Just so you all know, if you want to continue viewing my stream, because Instagram tends to kick me out after like an hour, you can continue watching on my YouTube. So I have this dual streaming on Instagram and on YouTube as well, because it'll just let me go for as long as I like on YouTube. So you can check out the stream there if this kicks you out after. It'll be so YouTube. You can just search in MAKOHOUSE, or the link is in the previous Insta story. Is it very warm in Brazil right now, or I don't really know what the temperature is like. I assume it's warm, but I hope everyone is staying safe. It's so funny. It's been so long since I've had to practice staying home because of the COVID crisis that I kind of almost forget what it's like to constantly go out or be allowed out, you know? I feel like I've just been indoors for so long, I've gotten used to it, and I'm just like, well, this is my life. So here, just setting up all of my paints. This is my palette. I've hit pan on some colors, but I just have to refill it. I buy the tubes, and then I just bought this on Amazon for like 25 bucks. And it's like this, just pretty convenient. I like to put a clip on it if I'm taking it outside. And then I put the swatches on this side as well, so I know what to refill it with. We'll all become introverts once we could all go out. Yeah, it's like, what is it like to interact with people? I don't know anymore. I think like the only people, sadly, that are still outside from my window is unfortunately the homeless people. Otherwise, the streets of Toronto are really, really, really empty. Oh, Kara, hello. Oh no, I just got some pencil shavings on my. Oh no, eraser shavings. So now is the boring part of waiting for this to dry, waiting for this to dry. You ever heard of the phrase waiting for paint to dry? Well, this case, it's waiting for the water on the paper to dry. I could technically speed this up by using a blow dryer, but then that's also very loud. What to do? I guess I could lay down like some light colors. I don't know. This line art is pretty fun. I'm actually pretty happy with how the line art came out. I was testing it before when I was doing this Dimitri piece, but I think I went a little bit too crazy with the colors. And I also tried it here with my Sylvain piece as well. And you can see like I use this red line for the pole, and then some yellow where the highlights hit, and then purple in here. I think I was more successful with this one than I was with this Dimitri one. Because look, there's some red in here. And it's okay, I think. But anyway, so that was really fun. I also tried it here as well. It's a different effect. And then here's another example. I drew Claude, but it's all pencil. So the effect is a little different. Yeah, I can go a little bit more eccentric with the colors with pencil because with the pencil crayon because it's waterproof, so it'll just repel the water, so it keeps the color there. Is Aerith your favorite? I actually don't really know that much about Aerith, to be honest, because I never played the original game. I literally in the game just got to the part where you meet Aerith for the second time, because you meet her in like the intro area, but you don't really meet her for a while. So I've been hanging out with Tifa a lot, and I really like Tifa. I love the interaction between her and Cloud. I love them. I love them. But Aerith seems promising. Also, everyone really likes Aerith, so I'm really excited to get to know her. Like I've watched Advent Children, but unfortunately, that takes place after the game is over. So I don't really get to interact with her. I'm sorry, I didn't really get to know much about her from the movie. But I am very excited to paint her. Her design is really pretty, so it makes it easy to want to paint. So just waiting for this to dry. I wonder how long this will take. Maybe I'll just blast it with a blow dry real fast. Sorry, guys. Thank you. I really hope that I can carry these colors through to the final, because I really like how it's coming along so far. So that's why I like to take a moment to scan periodically every now and then the steps that I've gotten through, just because I'm afraid of like losing my progress. It's like creating layers in Photoshop, except I have to scan it manually every time. Although now that I've stretched it and stapled it onto this board, I won't be able to scan it until it's finished. So that's why I have like this practice. Oh no! Well, that sucks. Okay, well, the original pencil drawing is here, and I accidentally got paint on the underside, so that really sucks. That's fine. The original painting is what matters. So that was the original drawing. Oh, I'm so mad about this. And then this was the mock-up that I did in Photoshop, just to kind of get a gauge of where to block in like the composition color-wise. And then this was a kind of quick test to just kind of like navigate like what her skin tone should be, like what colors I should use to create her brown hair, whether or not I want to use cool green or warm green for the greens. Yeah. So this is the progress so far. Oh, I'm so mad about that pencil drawing. Like I can't believe, like look at that. It's fine that it gives it like artistic a feeling, I guess. But good thing I scanned it before I got crap on it. So yeah. And then I've made some notes for myself too, like what colors I use to mix. And look, even for the white dress, like I had to figure out what colors I wanted to use to create that effect. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It's almost done. Yeah. Oh man, I am so frustrated at the moment. But at the same time, you know what? Like, if I decided to sell like the original sketch, it goes to show that, you know, it was the original. It has like some artistic flaws. I've come to accept that nothing will be perfect anymore. All right, so what shows have I been watching recently? Okay, before I get into what shows I've been watching, there's about a minute and 40 seconds left in the live stream on Instagram. I'm gonna continue streaming on Instagram after the minute and 30 seconds is up. But if you want to continue watching without interruptions, you can watch on my YouTube. The link will be in my Insta story already. It's just you go to YouTube, you can type in MAKOHOUSE, and you'll be able to find it. So the stream will just be continuous there for a couple hours. But then the live stream on Instagram is quite interruptive. But whatever is more convenient for you. And then what have I been watching recently? Well, Terrace House just recently released their next part, so I've been watching that. Haikyuu, I've been watching. I'm not sure what new series are out right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've mostly just been like watching Terrace House and then like quickly wrapping that up so I can go and play Fire Emblem or Animal Crossing. So yeah, that's been what I've been up to. Do you guys have any recommendations for what is coming up in the next season? Oh, actually, there's 30 seconds left. So if you want to answer that, answer it when I restart the stream. Because I'm going to just end it now and then restart it after. See y'all. So it's kind of dry to the surface right now, but I can feel it still damp on the inside of the paper. But I think I can start. I think I can start painting. I'm also kind of delaying the inevitable a little bit because I'm a bit nervous to paint right now. But we should be okay. Where is Mako? Mako, where are you? She's just sitting on her cage. Do you guys want to see Mako real quick? Hang on. hello to everybody. Just don't poop on my page, please. Let me put this underneath in case you do poop. Hello, everyone. This is Mako. There she is. It's a little taco. Spoon. Say hello, Mako. Hello. Hi. How are you?
Can I eat this chicken?
Yeah.
No, that chicken.
Yes.
The one you're holding.
No. Hello, everybody. I love the feeling of her feathers, so she kind of gets this treatment a lot. See this? This is her wing side. And the other wing side, she doesn't like it. Hey, I'm sorry. She's getting some pin feathers in. Slowly. She's been shedding some feathers, so I feel like she's getting some spiky feathers in. I wish that you all could feel how soft she is. Just so soft. Mako, what's that? What's that sound? Hmm? Hello, everyone. You can stand here.
She might leave a poop.
It's okay. It's on my scrap paper. Right. What's up? Hmm? Hmm? What do you want? What do you want? What are you thinking about? Yeah, she doesn't mind it at all. I managed to get her really used to it. Actually, I'm very lucky. Because like some birds just don't let you do it at all. But this one is totally fine. Especially if I do like this. And go. She growls, but she doesn't really do anything. She doesn't care. Look at how fluffy. Why? What? Nothing. No one is doing anything. Nothing's happening. You're just getting rubbed. Okay, I have to paint now. I'm good up now? Yeah. Her biting is actually not that painful at all. She just uses it to stabilize herself. But I also realize that my right hand has much more pain tolerance than my left. So this hurts a little bit just because her nails are a bit long. I have to trim them. Hey, why are you touching your face? How come you have blue stuff on your finger? Hmm? What's this blue stuff? Is that from your blueberries? What did you get into? Hmm? Inspection time. I also like to hold her like this. Where her feet are just tingling. Okay, back. Go. All right. Time to. Oh, she hates it. 100%. She hates getting her nails done. She really hates it. Where do I begin? At least the paper is stretched now. I can confidently say that. Starting a painting is always so stressful. even starting a painting that's already in progress is already so stressful. So this is the first time I'm live streaming my painting. Yep. I used to live stream before, but that was for digital. Oy vey, Mako! Why are you so mad? I'm so sorry, everyone. That's my resident monkey. How long does it take to color it? Oh man. A couple weeks, couple days. I don't know. It depends on how often I'm working on it. But yeah, sometimes it takes me weeks, sometimes a couple days. But it's never like less than 10 hours. I think at minimum. Minimum 10 hours. Wow, this is so like, the light is so bright from outside. I think I need to counter. Nope, that doesn't work. Does that help? Oh my god. I have to go deal with this monkey. 1 sec. Hey. Do you want to sit nearby? Is that what you want? I'm just putting her in a perch to the side of my desk so she can just relax. This is what it looks like to have her perched. Am I gonna stream the whole painting? Probably not. Just because there are some parts where it gets really boring and tedious, so it's not very entertaining to look at. But also, some parts I'll be pretty nervous to paint, so I will leave that for when I'm not online. Oh, and the type of brush that I'm using, this one is a Da Vinci brush, and this one is a Series 7 by Winsor & Newton. So this is a number 2 Petite Gris Pure. I don't know why there's French, and then it's made in Germany. And then this one is the Series 7. This is size 1. I also have this other brush that I really like. It has a giant crack down the middle. But this is the Koritake cartoon brush. I actually have a lot of brushes. A lot. I've just collected a bunch over the past while since I started painting watercolor. It's just really fun. This is another Da Vinci brush that I also use. Another Da Vinci Casaneo. This is another Series 7. This is size 0, so I use this for like tinier details. And another Da Vinci. This looks smaller than that Da Vinci brush, or sorry, that Series 7 brush I was just holding, but it's a number 2. I think it's just the bristles on the tip have been slowly eating away at itself. The two they are also great. Ooh. I would be scared to draw with watercolors if it made something wrong. Can't get it away. There's ways to get around that. So I often have like a piece of tissue. You can see I've been using this for painting as well. If you do make a mistake, you can actually come in with water and then like kind of rub it out, so to speak. There's only like so far that you can get with it, and then blot it away with the tissue. Yeah, those brushes. Yeah, okay. To be fair, I have been saving up for this, and also this is kind of my career now. I find so I find it useful that I invest in my brushes. So I think it's worthwhile to invest. Also, it looks nice when you take pictures. But yeah, for me, I do like to invest in brushes a lot. I invest in all the materials that I use just to make sure that nothing is impeding my productivity. And it's not that you need the best materials to work with everything, by the way. I used to use Winsor & Newton Cotman, so like the student grade materials a lot, and I had like, standard store stock, whatever like brand the store is. I would use their brushes and whatnot for everything. That was early on when I was practicing, but I think when I started making it my career, not my career, sorry, more like a more professional hobby, I started investing more. Why don't I stream on Twitch? Uh, I actually was trying to stream on Twitch earlier today, but for whatever reason, my computer just couldn't stream at a good enough quality, so it kept buffering. So I had to actually turn it off. Yeah, it just froze my computer completely after. I was just like so disappointed. Yeah, for whatever reason. I think my computer just couldn't handle streaming. But I do have my stream on YouTube at least, so that's good. The reason why I like streaming to YouTube is that um, the videos just automatically save there. So I know they save on Twitch too, but I find the interface of Twitch a little bit daunting. I'm just not used to it, I think. Let's see what are the questions have I missed? I really like the coloring. Do you want to draw a webtoon? I actually I still have my comic in progress that I'm still working on. I have so many projects to work on all the time. So if you ever for some reason decide to navigate to webtoon and you search up um whatchamacallit, MAKOHOUSE, you'll find that I have some comics on there. Just nothing uploaded for the longest time. So I have like an actual script and everything. We just recently finished it. I was working with a friend on it to get a script ready, but now I have to just draw it. But I feel a bit nervous to draw it right now, just because when I start drawing it, I'll probably just disappear from Instagram and social media for a while. Hold on, it's picking up the color. It's very boring, isn't it? I just very slowly nudge at the colors until it's something I kind of like. Actually, I forgot an important step. I like to go in with like a very, very, very light wash of yellow as like kind of like a base color, just to get like where I want the tones to be. I forgot this step actually. I'm just so nervous. Did I go to art school? Yes. I went to Sheridan for animation. So I didn't go for traditional art or anything. So we literally just went for animation to draw. Um, or we by we I accidentally meant both me and my boyfriend Al. We both were in animation. So I'm just gonna adapt this a bit. But yeah, so I personally don't think anyone needs, like absolutely needs, to go to an art school um, to practice art. I think ideally you want to practice art on your own time, um, focused practice as well. But I did like going to art school for one reason, and that was to be surrounded by other peers that were also doing art. So if you're a person that isn't very good at being self motivated, like myself, definitely going to an art school is very useful for that. And the colors are bleeding. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for coming from Anime North. That was quite a long time ago now. I hope that I can come next year. But seeing as. See, look at that. That's just exactly what happened. All the colors just lifted off. Now I have to repaint that area. No! So, goes to show, even if you do make a mistake, it can be lifted off to a certain degree. Um, Not perfectly, but yeah, you can lift the colors off. Personally, I'm quite timid with colors. That's why I like to layer colors rather than go bold all at once. I'm just not that brave. Oh, hey, good afternoon. Sorry about the webcam on my YouTube being so far away from the painting. Normally I have it a little bit closer, but because I'm on my MacBook, um, I don't have the right settings on it prepared. And I was just so frustrated with not being able to stream at all earlier, so I'm just like, this is all I can do right now. I find people going to art school have their arts laid out more professionally. I guess that's true. Um, yeah, teachers definitely help you with making you look more professional. Oh, another thing about art school that was handy was the connections. So, for example, like the art school might have connection to a studio, and then you might be able to get a job from there that way. There's no guarantee you'll get a job from art school, but if your talents speak for it, then yeah, there you go. Oh, this music, like, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. I have a very low volume. But I just have like the Distant Worlds concert music playing in the background. It's making me so itchy to play right now. I want to play. Yeah, not a problem. I'm always open to sharing knowledge or whatever knowledge I may have, hopefully have. I may not be the brightest bulb, but I do have a light bulb. Yeah, these early washes are so light. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But yep, this is how timid I am with the color. I just kind of slowly kind of add a little layering, and then I put more paint slowly as I kind of assess my painting as I move forward. So like this flowers, I think. So I think with Aerith, I wanted to have like a lot of yellow flowers and then a very pink background. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I guess I'll just kind of block in some of the yellow. So what are animes you all have been watching? There's a new season of anime right now, and I'm not sure what's good. I heard Millionaire Detective is pretty decent. Mako, you fluffed onto my painting. Why did you do that?
Yeah, we're gonna have a ginger ale.
Can I have some ginger ale too?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, that's a very, very strong blue. Oops. Just bleed it out with water. There we go. Oh, thank you. Ginger ale delivery. Run with the Wind is pretty great show. Oh yes. Oh yeah, Running with the Wind. That one is by the same studio as Haikyuu, by Production IG. I think I watched the first couple episodes, but I'm not sure what it is, but not a big fan of Running in particular. So I think it was just kind of hard for me to digest that show. But I could give it a try since there's nothing else to watch. Because once I finish watching, whatchamacallit, Terracells, I'll have nothing to watch. Oh no, why do I do that to myself? Are you going to be at AX if it doesn't get canceled? I was supposed to go to AX actually. But I'm still really hesitant. I think this year is still quite unsafe to go to events in general. So I'm not sure if I will go, but I was supposed to go. So we'll see. I don't know. Well, I think everything is kind of like a wait and see situation still. I would love to if there's like no health concerns whatsoever. I want to go there, see all the AX goods, because it was really cool to be able to because I was in the exhibitors hall where all the dealers were. It was actually really nice to go in the early morning and see all the stuff before everyone got to it. So I was able to go to the Dragalia stand and get some of the early stuff before it all sold out. So that was really cool. How can I make? Oh yeah, I actually started reading the manga for that one. It's really cute. I haven't gotten far enough though in the manga. It is really cute though. I agree. The quality of the animation is so nice too. It feels almost like Ghibli. Can you draw your boyfriend? Boyfriends? Okay, well, I have a lot of 2D boyfriends, so I should probably. Oh no, Mako! Wait, why are you so mad? But actually, drawing my boyfriend though, I do actually have a piece planned for that, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Because Al actually drew a picture of me in a sort of like kind of anime fantasy kind of way a while back. So I actually want to return the favor and draw the same of him. Mako, why? She's so angry. Why are you so angry, Mako? I'm so sorry for your ears right now. Okay, hold on 1 second. Does my boyfriend have an Instagram? Yes, it's Al_Jarrett, I believe. Where is it? Where do I write this? Where's my phone? Oh, being used. Hold on. I'm gonna deal with Mako, but in the meantime, you can. There. That's the one. I'll be right back. 1 second. Why are you doing this? All right. All good. Just have my reference to the side. Monkey has been dealt. Angry banana. Oh my god. I did the thing where I almost dipped into my ginger ale. Uh-oh. That was close. Oh, I'm so itchy to play Final Fantasy right now. But I must persevere and draw and paint. It's funny because as I'm playing Final Fantasy, I have the urge to draw as well. So it's like when I'm doing one thing, I want to do the other. It's so annoying. Why am I like this? What countries you want to visit? Okay. Bucket list, eh? Well, definitely I want to go back to Japan again. I know I've been there multiple times, but I can never get tired of it. It's just a great place to do vacation, in my opinion, because I like the atmosphere there and like everything is so aesthetic. But other places I want to visit, I also want to go back to Vietnam, visit some relatives. I do want to go to Hong Kong. I do want to go to Singapore. I'm like kind of like in my head, I'm kind of navigating from like Asia and then making my way down around the planet, and then going westward. I think there are some Middle Eastern countries that have like really interesting architecture. So like Uzbekistan, I guess Turkey is on the edge of that, so I'm starting to head a little bit more west. So I really want to go to like Istanbul. Let's see where else. So yeah, towards Europe now, like France. France is a good place to go, I guess. I've heard that it's overrated. South Korea, yes, I've been to South Korea actually. I went there last year. It was nice. I think what shocked me is how not different it was from Toronto. It was quite similar to Toronto, but I think it's also because we have a huge Korean community here, so I didn't feel like too out of place there. Aside from the fact that everyone was speaking Korean and I couldn't. Yeah, it's nice. There's a really, really, really great section in South Korea. I forget which area it was, but they had like a lot of like tools and accessories for leather craft working. So I'm not like super like I'm not a professional leather craft hobbyist, but it's like a fun hobby I picked up last year. And so when I was in Korea, I saw that area of South Korea that had all the leather goods. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. I wish I lived here to use all this leather stuff. But alas, I do not. Yeah, South Korea is pretty great. I do want to go to the UK at some point to visit some friends. I have a lot of friends or a couple of friends in the UK. I also want to go to Germany too. I was supposed to go for Dokomi, but I couldn't. Italy for sure. Just because there's a lot of architecture and stuff there. Hey! Oh wow, Lauenzer! It's been a long time. I literally just started like a couple days ago. I know I used to stream on Twitch, but then I also wanted to use my YouTube more. So I figured why not two birds, one stone and live stream on my YouTube? Because I want to edit more videos at some point because I have so many videos to edit. I just haven't gotten around to it. Favorite music? Oh wait. Paris is, but come to Leon, it's amazing. I would, yeah. If it's nice, then yeah, I would go there. Let's see. Yeah, Germany. I wanna see all the architecture there too. And then favorite music. Wow, that's a loaded question. because I'm not even that like musically inclined. Like I guess I'm tone deaf in a way. There's like a type of music that I really like, I guess, and it's usually like quite rhythmic and poppy and uplifting in that sense. So like um, uh, rhythm and blues, so R&B, pop, uh, game OSTs, K-pop. It's just another subsection of pop. Yeah, so I'm streaming on both Instagram and on YouTube at the same time. So that's why I have questions that are coming from both sides. So I will tend to repeat the question and then proceed to answer after, if you're wondering why I read out the question. But yeah, so on my YouTube, Lowenzer, I know it has been a very, very long time. The last time I streamed at all before this past weekend on Twitch was like 2016, I believe, right? But I think around that time I was kind of going through um, like a transition period where I was just a digital artist and I just wasn't finding as much satisfaction with it anymore. So, by the way, this is ginger ale. And then, yeah, I think I just started like trying out different mediums. And then I picked watercolor up and it was really fun. So I kind of just ran with it for a long time. And I know I was doing it while I was streaming my digital artwork, but I just didn't feel quite confident enough to stream traditional artwork. Um, I also didn't have the camera set up properly. Like I didn't have anything really properly set up or whatever. But now here I am, many years later. I'm sure that so many people on my Twitch have unfollowed me at this point. But surprisingly, my YouTube still keeps growing for some reason. So that's another reason why I'm sticking around on YouTube. It is definitely ginger ale. I need to ease my stomach. I've been eating too much spicy food. Let's see. Me living next to Germany and nobody knows where Austria is. I know that Austria is not Germany, but I know that not a lot of people know a lot about Austria. I know I don't know that much about Austria. It's so sad. I'm so sorry for Austria. What watercolors do I use? Hang on. Give me a second. Let me show you guys. Since I have you on this live stream. Just move my plant. So, I have to be careful because there's a wet section here. So this is all my watercolors. I have all kinds from different brands. So here's like Holbein. I think I have a lot of Holbein because there was one time I went to Hong Kong and I found a store that sold tons, and the price was quite nice. So I picked up a lot of Holbein. And I used to use Holbein gouache when I was in Sheridan for animation because we were painting backgrounds and stuff. But I didn't know what the watercolors are like, so I just bought a ton. I really like the gouache, so I have faith in the watercolor. So yeah, see, I have a lot of colors. Let's see what else. What other brands do I have? This one is still new. That's because I use that purple a lot. So that's why I bought two of those. Let's see here. We've got Daniel Smith. I actually don't think I've even touched this tube yet. I should experiment with that color at some point. Oh yeah, see, Naples yellow. This is also Holbein, but it's like the 5 ounce, 5 milliliter size. I've got a big, huge Da Vinci Payne's Gray. I don't know why I bought this huge tube. I don't use that much Payne's Gray, period. I don't know why I bought that big of a tube. So yeah, more Daniel Smith. Let's see. I swear there's more. Oh, this is gouache. This is a huge tube of white gouache for some reason. Oh, more Daniel Smith. Never mind. I swear there's another brand that I had. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah, so this is Kusakabe. And this is coral red. And I really like this coral red, but they keep only selling them in these tiny little 5 milliliter tubes. So I have like a bunch of them somewhere floating around. Oh, here's a Da Vinci leaf green. This is nice. I like Da Vinci. But yeah, generally like all my watercolors are the more higher end brands. So I also have Schminky, but I don't have the tubes. I just buy the pans and I just put it in straight into my pan. Yeah, so I generally invest in the more higher end brands because of the fact that they're so pigmented. And the pigmentation is not a reason that you absolutely must have higher end brands for. It's just for me, it's just for speed because it's faster if something is more pigmented to bump up the colors and layer. Because as you know, like I like to layer my colors a lot, which kind of is funny that I don't go straight full pigment right away. But it gives me more flexibility to layer the colors. Whereas with Winsor Newton Cotman, which is the brand of watercolor I used before I started investing, it just took so much longer. Even though I'm still using similar techniques, it just took way longer to build up the opacity to what I wanted it to be. And I think I still need to work on increasing my courage to go with really bold colors. This is what I mean by being timid with color. I'm so timid with color that I have to layer slowly. Like, for example, see this area that's still wet? Like, I would wait for this to dry before I put more colors on. But there are some nice effects that you get when you start blobbing different colors together while it's still wet. But once I've finished that part and I want to continue, I wait for it to dry. And this is part of the reason why paintings take at least 10 hours or more. Watercolor pencils. Have I tried watercolor pencils? Yes. And I have them sitting in my cabinet, but I don't like to use them. The reason I don't like to use them is because they are not always blendable. So sometimes when you scratch in an area and then try to blend it out, it doesn't come out perfectly. Like it just doesn't melt like how I approach watercolor. Like I just prefer watercolor. If I'm going to use watercolor, I might as well just use watercolor. And then if I'm going to use pencil crayon, I might as well use actual pencil crayon. All right. Is there something like eating too much spice? Oh yeah. Definitely too much spice. Especially if you've had Korean instant noodles. They're so spicy. Like so spicy. I don't understand why they're so spicy. But they're so delicious. So I don't know. I'm combating that evil with my ginger ale. Like in my stomach. Like it's not spicy in my mouth anymore. It's just spicy in my stomach. Do I even want this green anymore? I feel like I used a very cool green. Ah, this is scary. Here we go, marine blue. The red and black ones? Yeah, just that brand in general. So I usually get the cheese one from that same brand. But it's still just as spicy. I don't know what it is about that spice. It's actually quite tasty, I personally find. but then I suffer afterwards. My stomach. Hey there. Let's see. I got into art high school, art HS in New York City. I guess that's good for now. Oh, nice. I love your art. It's so relaxing to watch. Wish I had the same patience. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, patience. Patience is something it's hard to have, but at the same time, I'm like, if I'm gonna try to make my art look good, at least I should sit down and do it all the way. I I know that I think it's also because I used to digitally paint. I have this tendency to want to render everything, so this is why um, I have this style where I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this blue green yet, but let me paint more of my painting before I start judging it too harshly. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I'm still trying to figure out the colors, but you know, that's just the process. I have all like these mock-ups and I have like some tests of like the colors, but it's still like a bit scary, I guess. So as I paint, I still have to like kind of assess as I go. I'm gonna dilute this yellow a lot. I want to also make sure that I'm getting the yellow in the background as well. I'm also putting off painting Aerith by painting the easy things first. I really should also focus on the eyes first, but not today. Any tips for outlining digitally? I'm sorry, I actually don't. I gave up that life outlining digitally. That's why I do everything traditionally. I can't do it. Could not. Why did I not draw that line in? I drew the line there, but then I didn't put it there. So now what? Okay, I think I have to go with the ruler. Oh no. But why is that ruler? Alright. So got about there-ish. So that means so 3/4 of an inch, I guess. Estimate. And then over here, well, let's see. 3/4 of an inch. Daring, I know. Let's see how much further off the ground. Why did I not plan this out better? So let's see, how far is this from the top? Oh no, 3.5, 3.25. And a quarter. Okay. So that's sort of what it is. Oh, that required too much focus just now. I really wanted to get like a yellow box in here. So that's why I'm kind of trying to measure things out. You know what? I really should just measure this with like on the ground. I'll draw it in. So approximately here. And then here. Yeah. Okay. That's where I'm at now. All right. What else? Add some yellow. What is the glass with water? That's more water. Like I can dip my brush into it. It's my backup for my backups. That's why I have like 3 cups of water on my table, plus my ginger ale. I'm living dangerously with all the. Yeah, everyone keeps commenting about the fact that I have stuff on my laptop. It's another surface, okay? Yeah, it's technology, but it's also another surface. As long as you're careful. I just found your Mystic Messenger art. Which one? Oh man, which one was my favorite? My favorite was Zen. But the Seiran Ray route was quite nice, actually. But everyone really liked 7 for some reason. I was actually so disappointed with 7. He became way too not what I thought he was. Because, like, initially I really liked 7 because he was just always messing around or joking around, but then it just got too real at the end, and I'm like, oh no. And this is why I like Zen a lot, because he was a bit wound up at the beginning, but he became a lot more relaxed towards the end, which was nice. What about you? What was your favorite? Who was your favorite Mystic Messenger route? Yeah, if I ever dip into my ginger ale, that'll be a very sad day. But I don't think I will. I have high hope that I will not dip into my ginger ale. Oh my god, why do I do this? See, this is what happens. I paint into the wrong areas. But it's salvageable. See that? Did you see that? You fix it. You fix it by dabbing it away. It is possible to save. Oh, yes, Zen. Yes, I'm so happy that other people also like Zen. I was so afraid that everyone would think that he's too, like, self-centered, but I don't think so. I think it's just like a defense mechanism, really. Jumin's was a crazy route too. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I no doubt there's a lot. Like I would say, like there's no character that I hate in that game. Like I, I don't dislike any of the characters. I love all the characters. But if I had to pick a favorite, then yeah, Zen would come out on top. Jumin was a great character. I really liked him a lot. Um, the funny thing about his route is that I've never played a dating sim before Mystic Messenger, right? So when I played Jumin's route, and I was like, and I saw he had these like funny answers to his questions or like that you could respond with, and I was like, wow, these are such funny answers, and I had no idea what a bad route was until then. I was like, wait, why does the game end here? Isn't it supposed to be 11 days long? Yeah, so I got like the bad ending, the really one, the one with the cutscene or the CG. You like Jimin too because he's a cat lover? Yeah, cats are cute. I like that there was that side to Jimin. That was nice. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've kind of mentally clocked out of the more difficult parts of my painting and I'm just focusing on painting the background right now, which is thankfully just a solid color. That's intentional at the beginning because I wanted to render out the foreground elements more nicely. So I wanted to keep the background like dead simple, literally flat. Oh my god! If you like Jumin and you haven't gotten the bad ending, please look it up. It's so funny. I was so shocked. It was like 4 a.m. on my side when I was getting the bad ending. It was too intense. Oh, I just realized that my live stream on Instagram ended, so I had to restart it. Um, the okay, so I guess like if you're not like too fond of Yusa, I could probably spoil that ending a little bit. But I know that there's one ending that had like an explosion at the end. It's pretty overly dramatic, I would say, but you can kind of tell that it was a bad ending. So yeah, basically, if it's ever less than 11 days, you'll know that you've gotten a bad ending. I'm actually surprised you haven't encountered one, but I guess you're just really good at this game. Yeah, I was also so shocked at that too. Why did that happen? I think there was legit. Oh god damn it! I keep touching the paper while it's still wet. I think there's legit a 7 bad ending where he like drives off a cliff or something. It's like really, 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 really dramatic. It's kind of funny, but also quite awful. Awful, especially if you're experiencing it for the first time. Like I've never played a dating sim before, and I never knew that there was such a thing as bad endings. So that was pretty shocking when it first happened to me. Hello again to all of my Instagram followers that are watching right now. Yeah, so this stream frequently cuts out after an hour because it's Instagram and they don't let you stream for more than an hour. But if you want to watch for more than the usual aforementioned hour, then you can check out my stream on YouTube, which is live right now as well. Just head on to my Insta stories and you can grab the link from there. This is why I have the double stream. Because everyone watches on Instagram, but then it always cuts after like an hour, which is really annoying. Oh, thank you, thank you. I did all the line art with pencil crayon, and then I put a little bit of pencil in like the facial area, just because that's the area I wanted to have a little bit more focus on. But yeah, I've been really liking these new pencil crayons that I got. They're I've had them for a while, but I just had like basic colors, so I recently had to stop by the store and pick up proper colors. Well, recently I mean like literally a month ago, before the COVID thing kicked in. Yeah, I really like these pencil crayons. I love it so much. It kind of gives it a new, fresh look that I haven't had before. All right, now what? Oh yes, I can fill in the rest of this. I feel like I'm like painting by numbers right now. Kind of mentally clocked out of doing any rendering or anything like that. I just want to fill in the background and then work on the foreground elements after. Do the easy part first. Did you see that? I almost dipped into a ginger ale. But I caught myself. Ha ha ha. That's the key. Catch yourself before you wreck yourself. Now I know the purpose of this watercolor, or sorry, this cup of water that's on my laptop. It's so that I can dip into the pan there, so I don't have to travel across my cup of ginger ale. Gosh, I really hope that that's a straight line. Hello. So that's kind of straight. Yeah. Satisfying. So who here is playing Final Fantasy Remake? I know I am. I mean, not at the moment, but I will be. Nope, I messed up that one. It's supposed to be a straight line. It's no longer straight. Totally not straight. Hey, whatever. The roughness is what makes it look like it's art. Alright, now to do the pink. I'm going to need a bit more pink on this. That's so red. I can't wait to pull off the tape of this already, because I love seeing the clean line that it makes after. Favorite watercolor brands? Actually, I was just showing my watercolors collection earlier in the previous live stream. But yeah, so like my favorites generally are just higher end brands. I find they all kind of work the same. They just have more pigmentation, really. Um, but yeah, my favorites tend to be like Holbein, Schminky, um, Daniel Smith, etc. I do think that Schminky has like really intense pigmentation, and they also lift off kind of easily. So that's could be a headache or not a headache, depending on what your preference is. Um, Lifting off of the paper makes it easier to undo and redo some parts, but it also makes it hard for layering, because if you want to layer, you want to have the color stay down so that you can add more color, right? So that's why I kind of like the other brands, because they're kind of halfway, like just enough lift that you can grab stuff off the paper, but also just enough pigmentation that it's like really strong. I just realized I painted this area weird. Why did I do that? Whatever. Let's just YOLO with this for now. We'll figure that out later. Hello and welcome to my Instagram live stream. Just so you know that after an hour, the live stream does kick me out. So, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, so I'm sorry. But this is why I also stream on YouTube as well. So right now the stream is live, so you can go check it out. It's in my Insta stories. You can grab the link from there. Uh-oh. I feel like it's hard to keep track of what's what anymore. There we go. This will work at the top here now. Just hold it. Yeah, regarding like the coronavirus, hopefully everyone is staying safe and staying home. I just read in the on Twitter today that there's some conspiracy theorists out in some cities like Vancouver or whatnot that are actually like rallying at City Hall. Like they're trying to like what do you call it when you like have a bunch of people and you stand there and you yell about it? Protest, that's the word. Yeah, some people are legit protesting the whole lockdown thing because they think it's a hoax and they don't believe it's real. And I'm just like, what? Really? Why are you like this? Yes, protest is exactly the word I was looking for. And I read that this morning and I'm like, what? Really? Why? There's like people like me who are staying home when we could easily go out to try and keep everyone safe. And then there's these people that are like literally just like not caring at all about the consequences whatsoever. Have you seen the one where 5G is spreading what? The one where 5G is spreading corona? No way. LTE corona. Oh my goodness. Conspiracy theorists are wild. Why can't they just accept things at face value? Like, if it was a hoax, like, people wouldn't be like putting so much effort into this. I don't get it. And then I just realized this area is just so dark compared to this area. Ah. Okay, how do I fix this? Oops. I'm gonna just lighten this. There we go. Fixing my errors. The error in my ways. Conspiracy theories. So people are burning mobile phone. What? So wait, a bunch of people in this situation with only one name. Oh, so people are burning mobile phone masts. Wow, I don't know what that means. But yes, they're crazy. I don't understand. Oh, mass. So like en masse, I guess. Sorry. Yeah, whatever. To be honest, the introvert in me, I'm quite happy to stay home a lot, so this works out for me, but God, I feel bad for people who aren't introverted. They must feel so trapped. And so like the sacrifice that those people make, these people are just making light of it. Ah, keep touching the paper. Oh, it's still wet. I guess it's kind of nice that I'm painting the background first before really progressing with Aerith in the middle, because then I can kind of see the environment color in relation to Aerith early on. Conspiracy theorists are what happens when you're skeptical without critical thinking. Love that. That's so funny. All right, I'll just leave that piece there. That was an accident, but I'll leave it. How's the audio, by the way? Because I know that the mic is not too close to the computer, but I am playing music. in the background. Hopefully my voice is still clear. The music / audio is horrible. Voice clear, music not so much. Oh, okay. I just kind of left the music really low just so that it's easier to hear my voice. Yeah, there's really, I don't know, I can't personally find a balance between how much music is enough and how much audio of my voice is enough. It's mostly like to just kind of keep my nerves down. I'm still quite nervous to paint, to be honest. That's why I'm just painting the background portion. It's a little bit simpler. But for me to be able to render the rest of this, like I can record it, but I don't think I can stream it. I need to have like my full concentration to do it. It's just way too risky. I think, okay, I've been streaming for about 3 hours and 23 minutes now. I think after, I guess I finished like this left section, I think I'm gonna end the stream for today because I have to make dinner. And then also, I think my friend's birthday is today, so I want to go and cheer her on for her birthday. Oh no, that's too dark. Way too dark. For her birthday. Wow, we're all so separated right now. Yep. Just gonna wrap up this left side. I just realized. God damn it. I need to see this place. Actually, I could also just leave this blob here. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's today. That's why we're celebrating it today. But I cannot be 100% sure that it is. Maybe it's like we're doing it earlier, maybe we're doing it later, I don't know. Certainly, one of my friends is having a birthday, and we wanted to do something for her. Ah, okay. I think I can be satisfied with this for now. This is not bad. Mako? She's right now in the washroom chilling because she was being way too loud earlier. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end this stream here for now. Hopefully I'll be finished by the next time you guys see this painting, but maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to be closer towards the end, I think, once I figure out the meat and potatoes here. Because right here, there's a lot going on, and I can't, like, my brain is not focused enough to be able to tackle it right now. Yeah, this is not bad. I think I'm doing all right. Yeah. I think I'm doing okay. All right, I guess I'm gonna go and make dinner. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, I don't know when should I stream next. I think Mondays are pretty good. I might stream on Thursday. We'll see. Or sometime on the weekend. I'll definitely announce it on my Instagram story and on YouTube. Or sorry, Twitter. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. And hopefully I can get this whole like dual stream with Twitch thing working because I really want it to work. It's just I think my internet is incapable of doing that at the moment, even though I have fiber internet. If fiber internet can't do it, then what can? That might be it. My laptop is too slow.
It's really taxing the stream.
Okay. All right. See you later, everyone. Thank you.